Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all the positive responses that I've got through my few videos that I made, and I'm very happy that I can help out. So on with the video.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Hello everyone. I got a question about tackling, so I thought maybe I do a video of it so more people can watch it and I don't have to tell everyone the exact same thing over and over again. Tackling is when you are the first one on the field and you hold down the enemy, and it's a great start in PvP because it's very cheap ships, because you use small ships and those tend to be cheaper than the larger one. I thought maybe I'd just talk through it while I'm just looking at some ships, and I will tell you what I think, and I will maybe do I will build a ship and go through everything that's important in tackling. So you can have whatever ship you want. You can have a Rifter, you can have the Punisher that I had in the beginning, you can have for Kaldari you can have Merlin, Condor, pretty much any frigate that your tech level allows. The higher tech the better, of course, but yeah, you can have an Interceptor if you want to be even faster. But I tend to like the assault frigates because they are a bit more they're like a bit beefier. You can take a lot more damage before you die. So but you can look around and see what suits you and your skills, and then you just pick one. So let me just see. Yeah, some people actually use destroyers. I would not advise to do that. Destroyers are a lot bigger and they go down a lot faster. So yeah, this is what I use. I use a Punisher Assault. Okay, yeah, I buy this one. And let me just jump into it. Okay. So there are three things that is very important when you are going to be a tackler, and that is a Weber and a Scrambler, and of course speed. So you need a micro warp drive. In some cases, for example, if you use a succubus or something else, you can use an afterburner, because the succubus has bonuses to afterburner. But otherwise it's micro warp drive at all times. And I just need to get me a Scrambler. Yep, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have a Predator one. You can have a Republic fleet one. The only difference is the range. You will get a little bit more range the more money you put in. Well, let's see. Whoops. Okay. Almost 14k range and warp jammer strength 4. And that also, like a Scrambler also takes away the micro warp drive from other enemies. The Disruptor 26k and warp strength 2. And it does not affect the micro warp drive on the enemies. So you could say the Scrambler takes away the micro warp drive, and the Weber takes away the afterburner from your enemy. Pretty much. The Weber also takes on micro warp drive, but not as much. So low slots, I would go for resistance. And if you see the armor, I get more armor than shield on this ship, so I would actually go armor tanked. That's just how I do it. I think it's the best way, because if you have if you buffering your ship with a lot of armor or shield, you want to have as much from the beginning as possible. The bonuses for Assault Punisher is a micro warp drive and armor resistance, which is good. I mean, you take more damage, you can hold him for a longer time, so that your gang or your fleet can warp to you and finish him off. Your job is only to hold him in place. So I would go for some resistance. It doesn't matter. I just have a lot of blue stuff, so I just use them for this, just to show. You do not have to have C-type stuff. I was pretty sure I had. Okay, we can have a reactive one too. Damage control. Oh yeah, I'm being silly. I need a micro warp drive, so hold on. In micro warp drive, not afterburner. The afterburner is, it's also very good. It's not as fast. Definitely not as fast. You can buy whatever. MK9. Yeah, this works very good. And I fit this one here. Now, you can see my capacitor here. It's very stable, but it's not. It's just because I have this Nosferatu on. So when if you see here, I remove it, it goes away, and if I put it back on, I got it. And this is only working if I do this basically on a bigger ship, because then I steal his cap to my ship. And rigs, no, you don't need to rig your tackling ship, especially not in the beginning. You could rig it with speed, some simple, like very cheap rigs, or maybe these free rigs you get like every other day. You can use that. Weapons, it doesn't matter. I would not go for a C-type. I would go for something simple. But there is a difference in every weapon in the game. You have two types. You have a long range and a short range. You have a small pulse laser, and then you have like a small beam laser. And the beam lasers are longer, and the pulse lasers are shorter. And you want to go as short range that as your scrambler is, pretty much, because you will be close. So you will, the small damage that you do will actually be of some effect. It's not important at all, but if you want to do some damage, then yeah, get some guns. Also, it's more fun to shoot while you're tackling. You could shoot down the drones. You will get drones. Drones is your main enemy when you're tackling, because they will throw drones on you. So yeah, let's just get some stuff here. Imperial Navy small, that's good enough. There. Now, I have made a mistake here. I will not use these two resistances down here. I will actually go for damage control. I'm not sure if you saw it, but this ship gets a bonus in damage control. You will get 5 seconds or so in basic damage control. You see the resistance here, and when you activate this one, you will get 800% more for 18 seconds. I think it's like 13 seconds if it's on another ship, but this got bonus 5 seconds. So I will just show you how this works, like when you are supposed to use it. So here we are, beautiful Yida, and let me just see if I start the resistance here. No, let me just show. Let's look at armor. 61, 50, 42, 38. That's your resistance without anything active, and you activate the resistance module here. This should always be active on fight, so that will give your defense 70, 61, 55, 52. That is actually pretty good. Now when you're taking damage and you feel like I'm going down, you activate this one, and then you have 88, 85, 82, and 81, and this is for 18 seconds only. So as you see the timer right now, so right now we're back at normal resistance again. So you use that when you need to, when you not need to die, basically. So let me just fix, I just have to fix this. I just got a problem when I see that my modules is at the wrong place. There. Okay, let's see if we can find someone here. Now I cannot lock anyone in Empire, so what we're gonna do is pretend. So, let's say these prophets here. Let's say that was our target. What you can do and what you would learn to do is actually to just hold it and click orbit, and you orbit at like 4K or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like you will learn the radius your ship will do depending on the speed you have. So anyway, you lock and you approach and you activate your MVD. Now as soon as you're at maximum speed, you should turn off the MVD, because the MVD will actually make your ship bigger than what it is. So you're actually flying around like in a cruiser, and if you're flying around in a cruiser, they will hit you a lot harder and easier. So as you're turning it off, you will be back at a frigate, and you can see I still have, oh, and I lost him. Okay, never mind. So that's basically what you do. You have to manage your micro warp drive and your scrambler and your Weber. And when you take damage, you keep an eye on your damage control, and you activate that whenever you feel like this is going bad, or maybe you need to activate the damage control when you're approaching, because if you're approaching someone, let's see if I can show it here. No, I cannot. All right. When you're approaching, you're actually going straight ahead towards someone, and when you do that, you're very easy to hit, or easier to hit. So I'm not sure. This is a lot harder to explain. But if you go sideways, if you manually move your ship, you can actually decrease the chance of being hit. Let me just see. I cannot go this way. Oh, maybe because of the station. Hold on. Yep. Yeah, that's because I have the station here. Maybe I go right. If I go right. Okay. Yeah, so it was the station. So you can see I'm moving around, for example, these Dominics here. If I do this manually when I approach, he will have a lot harder time to hit me. And when you're about the place you want to be, you can click on him and you can place orbit like 0 or 5 or whatever. But then, and yes, and you can see my MVD is still working. You should have turned that off, and the Dominix is gone as well, so I'm not even orbiting. That's it. That's everything. There are different ships that you can use when you have higher tier, like interdictors and stuff, and that's a little bit different, but I could make a video about that too if you like. But this is basic, simple tackling, and I would say you go around in null sec or in low sec, or you can try in encounters, and you can just work on trying to tackle stuff. It doesn't matter if you get blown up. I mean, you have learned something for that time in the future when it really matters. So just go out there and tackle people, and it's actually pretty fun. And if you have friends, then just make a small fleet and you can go and tackle for them.